Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to the John Carpenter Tag. So I'm Random Ross, and this, as I've already said, is the John Carpenter Tag created by Sean Patrick Erschen at the Horror Corner. And I haven't done a tag in a good while, so I don't think a lot of us have. So, yeah, he's done this tag. There's 10 questions. So, yes, here we go. So, first question: what is question one? Favorite music score from a John Carpenter film? For me, it's Halloween. Just that unsettling scene that. That's a good that's a good theme, and just knowing he composed that himself, I'm like, yeah, and it's become the theme for the franchise. I mean, except for Halloween 3, but yeah, I do I do like that theme. Very creepy and uneery as well. Question two: what is the most underrated John Carpenter film? I'm going to go with 1998's Vampires. John Carpenter's Vampires. That stars James Woods and is it William Baldwin? One of the Baldwin brothers. And yeah, it's a good like action-esque vampire movie, and I don't hear enough people talk about it. So John Carpenter's Vampires. Question three: what is the scariest scene in a John Carpenter film? Yeah, there's been many scary scenes. I'm going to go with Halloween again, and it's the scene where Michael is stood in the doorway with the sheet over his head and the glasses on, and he's doing that heavy breathing, and Linda is completely unaware that Bob is dead, and that she's about to meet her demise as well, and he's just stood there in the doorway, emotionless, heavily breathing, and she has no idea of the terror that's about to come her way. I find that scene unsettling and a bit chilling. So, that scene, for me, goes to Michael. Question four: what is the most suspenseful scene in a John Carpenter film? Again, I'm going back to Halloween, where, Laurie, has jabbed Michael in the neck with the shirt hanger when he's tried to get her in the closet, and then next thing she's like, like thinking she's done away with him, but then he gets up and it plays that musical score, that do 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 do. I think that's suspenseful. It's like thinking, does she know he's gonna creep up behind her? Not effective as much now because I've seen it that many times, but still, it's a good suspenseful scene, I think. Question five: what is your favourite non-horror film from John Carpenter? Yeah, he has actually done some non-horrors in his filmography. Like Escape from LA. No, it's Escape from New York. Escape from LA's sequel. I'm going to go with one again that's probably underappreciated: Starman with Jeff Bridges. This is a good sci-fi film. Question six: will Michael Myers ever die? He's pretty much like Jason Voorhees at this point. I don't think he's a mortal man. You know what I mean? They tried to kill him in Halloween 2 and start a new storyline by making it an anthology series. That clearly backfired, and they thought that Halloween 4 they brought him back, and then even in the old, no matter what timeline we're in, Michael always seems to come back. He died in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, but that's not canon to the timeline, to the original film, of course, because that's a remake. But will he die at the end of Halloween Ends? I don't know. It's yet to be released. Halloween Ends, and I will probably say probably not, because Michael's too immortalized now. He's part of the horror pop culture thing, like Jason, Freddy, and Leatherface, and so many others. So no, I don't think Michael will ever be able to die. But yeah, Halloween Ends. We shall see. Question 7. Which John Carpenter film has the spookiest atmosphere? Again, I'm going back to Halloween. I mean, that film's just a classic. I just like the spooky atmosphere around it, like in the film when Michael's creeping around, like when that kid bumps into him outside the school, and then there's like that bit where he's driving past, and then there's like that where he's standing from a distance behind a hedge. It's like Michael's like he's like just stalking his prey before he gets them, and that gives me a spooky, eerie feel, especially the music that's played in that film, which, like I say, was composed by Carpenter. So yeah, Michael, I'll go with Halloween on that one. Question 8. What is the worst John Carpenter film? Again, this is one that's not very talked about much, and probably for the best. I mean, I didn't really enjoy it that much, and that is The Ward. It stars Jared Harris and some other young women. It's got like a twist on it, but nothing original with the twist. It's just not brilliantly made, The Ward. So I'm going to go with that one. Question 9. If John Carpenter came back to direct one of his classic movies, what would it be? Yeah, John Carpenter came back to direct a sequel to one of his classic films. What would it be? Now, this one has a sequel, but I don't really, I don't think. I didn't really enjoy the sequel. I mean, it had John Bon Jovi star in it, and that is The Vampire. John Carpenter's Vampires. I would probably like retcon that and have him do a direct sequel to the 1998 film, and have James Woods return as now like an old Jack who's mentoring and training a new generation of vampire hunters. I mean, yeah, it's probably something that's not original or but I think there could have been a better sequel to Vampires, so I'm going to go with that one. And the final question: does John Carpenter have one last great film in him? Um, well, every director and filmmaker, I guess, has their day. I'm probably gonna say no. I just like Sean Erschen said in his tag. The last couple of films he made weren't brilliant, but producing and obviously scoring for the new Halloween movies, I think he's I mean, he's not directed it or written it or anything, but he has provided the score and stuff, and still and that. But yeah, I just think he's had his time now as a direct writer and director, you know. But if he does come back and makes a great film, then yeah, I would say he's made a comeback and what have you. But I just until if he should ever make another great film, then yeah, I would think he does have what it takes. But up to now, I would probably say not. But yeah, that is the John Carpenter tag. So now I'm gonna tag some people, and and I was tagged by Sean in his tag video. So I'm gonna tag. You know what? I think I'll tag Lisa Loves. Because I think she might. She might do it. Boogeyman Ben. I'll probably tag him. And Dice Rowling. I'll tag her if she's not been tagged already. And I don't know if Anthropomantic Fiend, I can't remember if he's been tagged or not. I'll tag him, so you're it. And anyone else who's watching this tag video, if you want to do this tag, then by all means feel free to do so. I'm not saying you got to do it. Even the people that are tagged, I'm not saying you've got to do it, but like I say, just if you've got time to spare and you want to do this tag, feel free to do it. So there you are. That has been the John Carpenter tag. I've been Random Ross, and yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, feel free to do all that, and yeah. So until next time, don't have nightmares.